My God, brother, don't you have a woman? Have you ever gone down and worshipped? Given homage? This is the cosmic yoni. This is through which all things are manifest on the physical realm. Go forward. Notice that in this particular yoni, even the behind is here. Even the anus is here. This is the cosmic pussy that we've been talking about for the longest period of time. Remember I told you about it? I thought I was crazy? There it is. The vesica piscis right here. Next. And look what happens upon it. Around that big yoni vagina up in the sky, everything is manifested. This particular pattern is the pattern of manifestation. It is through the cosmic yoni that the sounds and the sights, that's why your mother sings you a lullaby. That's why talking to you while you're in the womb forms you. Because you are inside of the Sephiroth. When you are there, you are now forming parts of your brain. Parts of your working spirit, parts of your dialect, everything is being formed at this particular time. Next. So now we see that the vesica piscis or the vesica pussy is here where the Christians been using it. They got Christ inside of it and even decorated the butthole this way. So sisters, you got to know why they target you. You are the one through which we use your mitochondria to come back into the earth. If they fuck with you, they fuck with us. All of us, collectively. They take us out. So they hide who they are inside of all these little paintings, not you realizing that this cross here has to do with the fixed signs of the zodiac. And here they are again when they deal about the Sphinx itself, when they start talking about the four directions, and this being Leo, Taurus,
Aquarius.
No, this is Aquarius. Scorpio. Next. Know that we are dealing with again the kingdom. Here we go again. We just showed you this. Now here it is crossing over. As you condense through Darth, you come into this kingdom of Briar. As you condense through Briar into Yetzirah, you condense through Yetzirah by way of Yesud and Tifad and Darth, you come down into the kingdom. Next. So what happens? We are looking at, again, the cosmic vagina. We are watching. There's a condensation process going further down. But what have we done? We have added the mother and the father. So now we have 12. Yes. Actually, we have 13. But the 13th now is above us. Yes. And then you have part of the what I was telling you about, the decoding or the cipher of the 13th Sapphira. The cipher of the 13th Sapphira is they took away the mother and the father of Malkuth. Therefore, they now know what to do to control the kingdom. Since you don't know that there are 12 Sephiroth and not 10, and that you're operating on only one side of your brain, they can fuck with your world because you don't know who the mama and the daddy is. You the mama and the daddy. You were removed from the tree of life. You're the outcast. You're the stone that was discarded. Next. So now when we start putting the tree back together, we're putting together what? The first cube, the second cube, and the third cube. Notice that we are in lockdown on the third cube. And why I said that we need to transcend the third cube of metaphoric space-time reality. Next. Understand too that these cubes now, with all 13 together, you see the top cube here, you see the second cube here, and you see the third cube. Here is where we lay trapped. Because this cube is based on perceptual references of metaphoric reality. What are those metaphoric realities? The psycho-spiritual cube of space. Next. I'll read you. The cube of space is actually a multidimensional model of psychological space and an integrated framework for the metaphors of embodied experience. Next. In other words, the cube is a construct of residual thought energies based on past experiences that were framed by the syntax used to fix and categorize the metaphors of language into the threshold parameters of three-space perceptual reality. Next. It sounds crazy, but keep on going real quick. We're going to get past all of this.
Oh, okay.
The syntax is the way in which words are put together to form phrases and sentences. Next. The definition of a metaphor, a figure of speech, listen, in which a term is transferred from the object it ordinarily designates to an object it designates only by implicit comparison. In other words, you are now comparing reality to the bullshit they give you to compare to based on the language that you define the reality with. Your language is your lockdown. The way you form the syntax and create the metaphors that you speak on your reality keeps you in lockdown. So when I begin to teach you how to get out of the framework of a lockdown, that's when I become dangerous. And that's when you become dangerous, because now you're talking to your peoples. All about this becomes now just regular street talk. And now everything changes in the dynamics and the reality. Real quick. Examples of psychosensual spatial syntax and metaphor used to construct the Stuga space. We are gathered here today to share in the light of reason. Bittersweet memories. The sweet smell of success. These words are music to my ears. The velvet voice of Luther Vandross. A bright idea. Love stinks. Ending on a sour note. The world is watching. What are we looking at? We are looking at the way you frame reality through the sensual matrix of your four senses. So you now are speaking in terms of casting the original meaning onto other shit that does not even have a meaning, but you are creating a language and a syntax and a meaning based upon how you transfer that word. And that's how they fuck with your reality. They keep shifting the context by which you say this means this and that means that. Next. Thus we see that through the manipulation of syntax and metaphors to construct the perceptual envelopes of our individual realities, the Illuminati orchestrates the subconscious imprints of sense-based memories to cause us to construct a cube of metaphoric space that distorts and deflects the incoming life codes of third density redemption. Go ahead. The directions taken by each sense to build out the cube are psychospatial and based on the elemental used as the center or sphere of emotion-based consciousness, which leave their imprints on our neurological circuitry, our cognitive processing, our symbolic thoughts, and expression of our experiences. Next. Here are some words molded into syntax to give evidence of our psychospatial time-based orientation and the symbolic directions that construct and reinforce our light code lockdown. Very quickly. Obey your superiors. Stand on your right. Black pride. You my nigga. Center yourself. Face your uncertainties. Sinister implications. Black reparations. Black pride. Watch. You've got your whole life in front of you. Put the past behind you. Back in the old days. Sailing into uncertain waters. The object of my affection, the quiet voice inside, having lofty ideals. Now I'm using these only as quick examples so that you understand that your language is constructing the lockdown.